Laurie Metcalf, a 1976 graduate of Illinois State University, is taking home her third Tony Award. She won the nomination for Best Performance by an Actress in a Featured Role in a Play. Metcalf's latest honor was for her performance in Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman, which depicts the unraveling of the American dream. She played Willie Loman's wife, Linda. We'll have more about Metcalf's achievements and her ties to ISU on our website.